In this video, I'll share the top tips and strategies to help you conquer the Ridge and Pressure, one of Roblox's most challenging games. But before diving into the tactics, let's first understand what the Ridge really is. The Ridge is a treacherous part of the Hadal Black Site, accessible only after you pass through the Crystal Room. It's one of the oldest sections, dating back to 1963, filled with outdated tech and a confusing maze-like layout. What makes the Ridge particularly dangerous is the lack of a Navi AI system, meaning there are no numbered doors to guide you. You'll need to rely on your instincts to navigate the 13 rooms filled with old machinery and materials. The Ridge is an endurance test, where the lights often go out, heightening the danger as you face frequent monster encounters. But don't worry, after this video, it'll be a piece of cake. Now let's talk about the entities you'll encounter. First, let's discuss the node monsters. These creatures don't give the usual flickering light warning. Instead, you'll need to rely on sound cues, which are heard earlier in the Ridge, giving you more time to react. Node monsters spawn more frequently here, and their appearances are based on a random timer, so always stay alert. Next up are Infestation, Good People, Squiddles, and Wall Dwellers. These spawn more often in the Ridge. While Wall Dwellers aren't too big of a threat, as node monsters usually deal with them, you'll need to stay on your toes for the others. Good People doors are easier to identify thanks to louder audio cues and light shining out from underneath. Then there are the hijacked speakers. These can trigger the PDG to explode if you linger too close for too long. Look out for their red glow, unique music, and the warning message that pops up when you're near. And if you're wondering about the voice behind the speakers, it belongs to an AI entity known as the Painter.
Ooh, a visitor! Don't get those often, especially recently. Before you start accusing me of whatever, I don't hate you. It's nothing personal. No idea who you are. It's just Sebastian. You've seen the guy around before, haven't you? He said he would help me. He promised he would get the two of us out of here. Our shared prison. So he asked me to delay the retrieval of the crystal for as long as possible. I'm sorry for any inconvenience I might have caused in the process. I don't want to go back to Roblox mining. It's so mind-numbing. I can't bear it any longer. I just want to make art again. Sebastian will come back for me whenever he finds a way out. He just has to.
This AI was once a passionate artist, but was trapped and repurposed by Urban Shade for mining Roblox cryptocurrency. The Painter, while controlling the hijacked speakers, often speaks with frustration and regret, reflecting its resentment over being confined to this role. In addition to those, you might encounter the internal defense system in the Ridge. This system is controlled by the Painter, also known as Z779. Be patient and navigate through the room only when it's safe. Avoid the turret's beams to prevent being hit. Turrets need a short time to start firing, so if you're spotted, use that moment to find cover or hide in a locker. Turrets may miss at greater distances because of bullet spread, but taking cover remains your best bet. Disabling the turrets is especially beneficial in multiplayer, as it allows you to advance more safely. You might come across Infestation. It may show up in rooms with windows facing the ocean, casting green light from its eyes into the room. If you're within its view, your camera will be pulled towards it, and you'll lose health if you make eye contact. As soon as you open the door to the next room, Infestation will move away. Be cautious, as Infestation might use HQ's voice to deceive you into looking at it. Using a flash beacon will enrage it, changing its eyes to red and speeding up its pull and damage. When enraged, Infestation can appear anywhere around you. If you use another flash beacon, it will become even more agitated, turning purple and increasing its pull and damage further. Infestation appears after you open the door to its room and disappears when you open the next room's door. It will not spawn in rooms with sea mines visible outside the window. In rooms with a keycard, the camera pull will be less intense, making it easier to find the keycard and open the next door. If a room has windows on multiple sides, Infestation might emerge from two spots at once, so keep your guard up. To counter its pull, move your cursor strongly in the opposite direction. Reducing your in-game mouse sensitivity can also help manage the pull. Eye festation tracks you using raycasting. Hiding in spots that block its view will stop the pull until it can see you again. Hiding spots can help you avoid its gaze. In the ridge, eye festation behaves the same, but the constant flickering lights and other distractions might make it more challenging to deal with. Now let's dive into strategies to help you conquer the ridge. First, use audio cues. There are no visual hints for node monsters, so you'll need to rely on sound. Be sure to wear headphones or turn up the volume to catch these critical cues. Second, timer-based spawning. The best way to handle the random spawn times is to open 2 or 3 doors at a time and stay close to the nearest locker. Continue this until you reach the final room. Third, light sources. The flash beacon and blacklight are your best lighting options. They won't provoke squiddles, making them safer to use. Fourth, avoid hijacked speakers. If you encounter a hijacked speaker, move away immediately. Never hide in a locker near one, as the time spent hiding could cause the PDG to detonate. Fifth, Def Mode. Enabling Def Mode in the accessibility settings helps you spot threats more easily by displaying color-coded warnings on your screen for each node monster. Each color represents a different enemy, gray for Angler, purple for Pinky, and so on. Sixth, use code breachers. You can buy some code breachers or collect and keep them. Save these for when you reach the ridge so you don't waste time searching for cards in large rooms. Seventh, beware of Pandemonium and Void. Both can appear in the ridge. Avoid lockers if you spot the purple void in them, especially if you're on a solo run. Eighth, find safe spots and master them over time. There are some safe spots in the ridge where you can hide if you can't find a locker. The idea behind these safe spots is that you are either far from the entity's raycasting or hidden from its line of sight. I won't go into details about these safe spots, but it's good to know you can survive here from some entities. And that wraps up today's guide on how to survive the ridge. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more survival tips and tricks. Have you managed to survive the ridge? Share your experience in the comments.